Hello, stampers. I have just been in my stamp room today and I was getting ready to, I got this set, Christmas to Remember, and it's a red rubber set. So that means that it comes like this and the labels are separate. So if you have trouble putting your labels on your stamps, since I was getting ready to do this, I thought I would show you the way that I typically do mine, and then there's a different way that I've seen and tried that also is pretty good. And so there's just different ways you can do it. Let me grab a block or two. Okay, so welcome into my channel. My name's Jana Williams and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So if you haven't subscribed to me yet, I would be greatly appreciated if you would do that. And yes, so there are instructions here. But I'm, like I said, I think I pretty much follow the instructions. I'm not sure, but people do it all sorts of different ways. So actually I like doing this. There are probably people that don't like doing this, but it's something that I kind of enjoy doing. I don't know, when I was a kid, not that this has anything to do with sticker books, but whenever I got sick, there were these things back in the day called sticker books. And I'm saying back in the day because I don't ever see them anymore, but they were kind of like a color book, but they came with pages full of stickers, and they weren't random stickers. The stickers, you know, the pages had stickers that the stickers went to those pages. I'm not saying it right, but anyway. So you just took the stickers off the sheets and put them on the pages to create the page as if you were coloring, sort of, except you were just filling it all in with the stickers. And whenever I was sick, my mom would get me a sticker book to keep me occupied while I was being, whenever I was sick, Mom made me stay in bed. So then she'd get me a sticker book to keep me occupied. Okay, so now I don't know if you can see here on the sticker sheet. This side you can read what the stickers say. This side is you can't, and this side there are splits there. So what I do typically, and I will show you an alternative way to do it also. Let's just start with this one here. So I peel these pieces off, and I try to do the best I can with this, but you know, it's not always perfect. And so then there's a sheet on the back of this. I pull those off, and I've got my little garbage bucket over here that I'm putting these in. And then this is the foam part of your stamp. It's the cushion, and it does have cling on here, but not to the extent of the cling that is on the other side of the labels. They are very clingy. They have, Stampin' Up! Has improved these because the first cling labels that they came out with didn't stick hardly at all. These are just the opposite, actually. They have really great cling, and I particularly like them. Some people don't even put the labels on, they just use the cling that's on the foam. Now, the reason that there is foam on your red rubber stamps is because it gives it that cushion so that when you stamp your stamp, you get a good impression from your stamp. So when you are stamping with the cling mount stamps, or the, the photopolymer stamps, in this case, look at this cute, clever cats stamp set. So these are the photopolymer stamps, and you can see they're clear. They do not have any foam on them. So in that case, you need to have something like this that is foam to put underneath of your stamping area. And that then gives the cushion to get your good impression. I have, let me pull this back so you can see. I have this big foam mat here that I've had for quite some time. And so my surface always has foam under it no matter what. So if I happen to be stamping with photopolymer stamps and I forget to put my foam cushion under there, I still have foam. This foam is very dense, however. I mean, it's made for that purpose, but it's super dense. So I kind of like using that other foam piece of foam that I showed you because it's not quite as hard as this one. Okay, so I've exposed this cling on the stamp, and then I'm just going to line it up the best I can over here. Now, before I do this, I want to tell you, if you haven't done this before, once you start sticking this to the label, you're committed, because that sticky on there, it's not going to let you pull this back off. If you do, you're going to rip the foam and be a really unhappy camper. So you want to make sure that you've got it lined up the best that you can do before you commit to getting it stuck. And like I said, mine are not always perfect. Sometimes they're off a little bit, but I do the best I can. So I'm going to start with this pointy edge over here because it's closest to me. And then I just slowly go along, lining up the borders. And there, I'm happy with that. So then I just pick up this and lift it off, and there is the label on my stamp. So for right now, actually, I'm just going to turn it over and stick it on the outside of my case. Now then, there's another way that people do it. And let's do this one here. I think that's, which one does this go to? It's like a puzzle. Okay, let me look at the words. May this be a Christmas. Okay, so it's this one right here. So I'll bring in a block. So sometimes people do it this way. They lift the whole label off like that. And now this is the cling side. I'm just going to go ahead and put it onto my block. And then take the paper backing off. This is not the way that I prefer to do it, but it works. And you know, what I will say is on the great big background stamps, I do like to do it this way, and I use my stamp case as the block. And it works really well to do your big background stamps this way. Okay, now don't forget to take this off. Otherwise, your label is going to be on this paper and not do you very much good. Okay, so then you just hover your block over the stamp, lining it up the same way, and put it on there. And there you go. Now, I tend to get a little bit shaky, so like I said, that works really good, but for some reason I just prefer doing it this way. And like I said, I enjoy doing it. It's just, I really like doing puzzles, and this is kind of like doing a puzzle. Okay, my finger is stuck to the label. There we go. Now, let me hold it up. You can kind of see there's a little bit off the edge there. That does not bug me. I'm not going to worry about taking my scissors back and trimming that off. It's not necessary at all. So if you are watching and you do it a different way than either of these two methods, how do you do yours? I think these are mainly the two ways that I've seen it being done. And so I just thought I would come on and show you that it's, just make it fun. Don't make it be a chore. And don't be intimidated by getting the stickers on. It'll be okay. You just need to take your time, go slow. That's not the right one, so let me get the right stamp here. There we go. And then I will show you after I get all the labels what I do next for inside my case, because that's something that was a tip from another demonstrator and I had not been doing, and I thought that's a great idea, so I started doing that as well. And that will come after we finish getting these labels on. So I had a suggestion that someone wanted to see the different ways of blending, like with our Stampin' Blends, our regular markers, using your ink pads and a water brush and that kind of thing. So I will be doing a video sometime, I'm not sure when yet, to show those different things. So since that suggestion was made to me, I thought I would put it out there that if there is something that you would like to see that maybe, or learn about, whatever. In other words, a video suggestion, please let me know. If it's something I can accomplish, then I will do that. Almost done. Oh, this is the one I already pulled the backing off of. Season's greetings. One more. This one says magic is in the air. I think that would be a cute one for, these are Christmas stamps, but I think that would be a cute one on a Halloween card too. Maybe even a card with that cat set. That would be cute. Okay, that was the last one. All right, so now you have this piece left, and this was the tip that I saw from actually some guys that I follow that are in the UK, and it's let me try to pronounce it right. Mitosu. It's Mitosu Crafts, and it's these two guys, and the name of their channel is from their 3 cats. That's how they got. So that it's Tommy is the TO, Suki is the SU, and I don't think it's Missy. I can't remember. So I'm peeling. Okay, sorry, I'm talking and not explaining. So here's the side where you can read through the paper the name of the Christmas, or the name of the stamp set, Christmas to Remember. So that is the side you want to have facing you, just to make it easier. And you pull, now I can't get a hold of it. You pull the backing off of that side. And that exposes the cling part of the labels. And this side was the sticky part. So this is the cling. And I'm going to put this in the back of the stamp case here. And don't worry if you get it a little bit crooked or something, because since it's just cling, you can pull it back out and do it again. And you're probably wondering, why am I doing this? Why am I putting this in here? Well, remember when I said the cling on these stamps is really, really tight? When you have this in here, it has this paper kind of side here. And what I do is I offset my stamp, so see, I offset so it's not fitting directly into the puzzle piece, or you know what I'm saying? It's not fitting directly into the hole where it goes. And the reason I'm doing that is because then it allows me to grab the stamp. It releases off of that paper easier than if I stick it directly. Let me put it over here. So now that I've had it on there a couple times, it will probably come off a little bit easier. But sometimes when you stick them directly into your plastic case, you have a heck of a time trying to get it off. You want to make sure that you're grabbing the label as well as the cushion so that you don't rip your stamp, because the cling is really strong. And after you've used it a few times, it'll loosen up just a little bit, but this just makes it easier to get your stamp out of your case. Now see, this one I'm having a little bit of a struggle with. Magic is in the air. And also then this also helps to let you know that you have all of your stamps. If you've got a missing hole and no stamp, you know that your stamp has either stuck to something somewhere, or you've dropped it on the floor or something, and you need to go looking for that stamp because it's not where it is supposed to be. Okay. So there's more than one reason for sticking that in the case like that. And I was really glad when the guys suggested that. I just thought it was brilliant, and I was wishing that I had saved all my papers, because usually I would just get the labels on my stamps and then toss that into the garbage. So there they all are in the case and with their labels. Very easy, and for me, fun. I always enjoy doing that. And my sheet was coming out a little bit there, so that's that. Does anybody have anything they want to chat about today? I've just been getting things ready for my live video tomorrow. I'm doing a live video over on my Facebook page, which is also Janice Stamps. I'm Janice Stamps here on YouTube. I have a blogspot blog that's Janice Stamps, and then I'm Janice Stamps on Facebook. The only difference is on Facebook, it's like 2 words, as opposed to YouTube here, Janice Stamps is all 1 word. I do throw these away, but sometimes there might be some stamps that have little, say it's a flower or something that has a circle in the middle and it leaves this little round piece of rubber or some fun shapes. I will hang on to those random fun shapes if they're just basically garbage ones. You can even keep this and cut shapes out of it. And say you were stamping something with a giraffe, you could make up your own spots that you cut out of this extra rubber and have spots to do a background of giraffe spots or something of that nature. You can always find clever ways to make use of things. So you might think about that too with some of your leftover scraps. But in this case and in this one, I'm just going to put this one in the garbage. But I have kept some of those other ones, and I'll open my case and there'll be circles or whatever, and it's like, oh yeah, those were the extra pieces that were in my stamps. So I got this set in the mail yesterday, and what else did I get? I will show. I don't think I got tailor-made tags. I haven't even opened them yet. Let's open these and take a little look-see there. Hey, I wasn't going to get this set because I have other tags, stamps, and dies. But what I didn't realize about these tags is that they have stitching around the edges. I was like, what? I don't think in the catalog that it really shows that. I couldn't tell that they had stitching. So I was watching somebody making something and they were using these dies and I could see the stitching and I was like, you're kidding me. I had no idea that these had stitching. These have little dot stitching and these have the little lines, and I love the shape of these. And you know, even though they have stitching, if you didn't want your tag to be that long, you could still cut it off and make it shorter. Then they have the cute little reinforcements that you can use on the holes. So I like all the different sizes that there are for these. So I sprang and got these. And these are kind of cool because they have rounded edges on the bottom there too. So I think I might make some Christmas tags with these for this year. I don't think I got any Christmas tags made last year. Not that I remember doing anyway. So I think I will just have a plan of doing that and make some Christmas tags. These are called tailor-made tag dies. Whoops. So these are new to me, and okay, I'll put that in the paper. Don't ask me why I'm a weirdo about that, but yeah, I am. I put things back in the paper. Okay, so this was also new to me, and these are in the annual catalog. And this is a set that I thought I didn't need. And then as I have been needing different greetings and things, I was going back through the catalog, and I thought I just want a set that's got lots of greetings, things that sound like something I would say in a card. And so I looked at this one, Many Messages. And of course, I didn't get this when they first came out. I could have saved myself 10% if I would have got these when they first came out and bundled them together. So I didn't, but that's okay. So I really like, I'm just going to hold these up. I'm not going to say everything that they say, but in particular, I do like this one that says just a card to say hello. I like sending happy mail, and I think that is just like the perfect little greeting to put in a happy mail card, or sending happy thoughts. There's just, and you can do just wanted to say on the outside of the card, sending happy thoughts or whatever. There's so many nice sayings in here for both the outside and the inside of the card. And then, so this is one big stamp. I'm not sure why they put this on here so that it goes in the case upside down, but it does. Now, this stamp is big, and remember how I showed you of putting the label on the block and then taking it to the stamp? That's what I did with this one. I still got some air pockets. In fact, there's still an air pocket right there. And what I am going to do with that is I'm just going to poke a hole. Yes, I did that. And get the air out, hopefully. And I'm going to have to do it again. There. And it's not going to hurt anything, because even though it sounded like it poked a big hole, it pokes a tiny hole. And that's just the sharp point on the pokey tool of my Take Your Pick tool. But that's the only thing about putting labels on your great big stamps, is that it tends to get some little air pockets in there, but you can fix it by doing just what I did. And so, like I said, this is one giant stamp. So what do you do with that? So you put it on your Stamparatus and you stamp it onto a big sheet of paper, and then you have the die to cut out all of these sentiments individually. Or you can just use the die to cut out all these shapes and use whatever sentiment that you want on one of the labels or tags or whatever you want to call it that you choose. I love that. This one actually cuts out and puts stitching, and so does this one. There's a few of those in here. So what I plan to do is I'm going to use white cardstock, maybe use very vanilla, whatever. I'm going to stamp a bunch of these up and die cut them and get myself a container, which probably means a trip to the Dollar Tree. And hi, Anna, thanks for joining me. And you know, once these are all die cut, I'll put them in the container and I will have them ready to go. Because like on this card, now I didn't use that set, but my greeting inside has been die cut. So you can have it for the outside of your card or the inside of your card. And just have a ton of these stamped and ready to go. So that's my plan, but I haven't had these more than just a few days, so I haven't done that yet. This set is new to me too. Floral Squares Dies. This is the set I'm going to be using in my live show on my Facebook channel tomorrow. I'll be doing that at 2 o'clock Pacific time if you are interested and would like to join me live over there. So these are called Floral Squares Dies. There is a stamp set that coordinates with this, but there's nothing about this stamp set or die set that you need stamps for. They're all standalone dies, and I did not get the coordinating stamp set for this. But these are really fun dies to play with. And let me see if I have anything else over here that is new that I haven't shown. I think I briefly showed the Clever Cats. I don't know that I've shown those before. Oh, I know. Let me reach back here. I've got a whole basket of all my new things that I haven't used yet. So I also got the star-crossed embossing folder. That's one that can kind of be overlooked in the new holiday mini catalog. And let's look at this closer. This is not a 3D embossing folder, so it's the little bit thinner folder. So there you can see on the diagonal, it's got that sort of a gingham look, and then stars over here. I've never seen an embossing folder like this before. So I think that's going to be really fun. This could be used for so many different things. And again, it's called Star-Crossed Embossing Folder. And then there is that cute Clever Cats. Did I have another one that was new back here? I'm just looking through my basket. I think I've shown pretty much everything else that's in my basket that was new, but here's the Clever Cats, and I just think they are adorable, and I may have shown these already, but they're so cute. We'll show them again. So these are photopolymer, and the reason I decided to go ahead and get this set is just because of the cats, because I can use them anytime. They're not specifically Halloween, even though you can make them be Halloween. So, and the sayings are so funny. My tail says it's the twitching hour. And hey, crazy cat, that can go with the cats for any time of year. And this one too, really, I've been this cute all 9 lives. So yeah, and this is a 2-step stamping set. So you can stamp this and then stamp whatever color you want the box to be to go in there. And same with the pumpkin. So you have no coloring that you need to do because these are basically solid stamps and 2-step. Makes it really quick and easy. And it's a cutesy set, I think, you know, so even the little spider's cute. There's nothing scary about this. A lot of people don't enjoy or like to do Halloween things. I do. Even scary stuff, scary ones I like to do just because I like to do some of that kind of stuff. So anyway, well, I think I've probably chatted your ear off. I don't really have anything else to show or talk about today that I can think of, unless somebody else has a question or wants to chat about anything stamping related. I'm going to stick this back in the plastic bag. Am I the only weirdo that does this? Keep things in their packages. You know what I can do since I have this out? I bought the magnet sheets from Amazon. Let me grab one. So I have taken my big, what do you call those? Guillotine trimmer. And I think I trimmed all of these just so they will slide back into the sleeve here. Because, so the first batch of these I bought the wrong size. I was just shopping for them on Amazon, and I think it came up, what is this one? These are, okay, so they were 4 by 6, and I thought, oh yeah, oh good, Anna, I'm glad I'm not the same one. She says she does the same thing, so I'm not the only weirdo. No. Okay, so anyway, did I order like 100 of these? Let me see how many are in the package. This is how they come. And that is the name, Marietta Magnetics. And that is the number and the size. Okay, so 25. So I ordered, I ordered 100. And I ordered 4 by 6, okay? I got them, I think it was 60 some dollars for 100. And I was thinking these cases were 4 by 6. Well, they're not. They're 5 by 7. The sheet's inside anyway. Let's measure real quick. Yeah, the sheet is 5 by 7. And I thought, okay, can I make these 4 by 6 sheets work? So I started taking out some of the dies out of the sets and putting them on the 4 by 6 sheets, and they were too small. They were just too small. And using 2 of them, because that was my initial thought, I'll just use 2 of them then. That doesn't work. It becomes too bulky in the case, and it made them heavy. These are not very thick, and you can peel this sheet off, okay? So they are sticky if you want to stick them onto some other way of, like cards. If you have some other way that you store your dies and you want to stick a magnet to it, this does have a sticky back. I'm just leaving the paper on because I don't need the sticky. But anyway, I couldn't make the 4 by 6 magnets work, so I bundled them all up. I had only opened one of the packages. I bundled them all up, and I went back on Amazon and said that I wanted to return them. So my choice was I could return them to a UPS store to get my full amount of money back. Or I could take them to a UPS drop-off place and I lose some of my money. I don't remember if it was $10 or $11. Well, the closest UPS store to me is like an hour to an hour and a half away. And I thought, okay, I'll bundle them up. The next time we go that direction, I'll drop them off. But we weren't planning to go that direction for a while. And you do get a period of time, but I just wanted to reorder the right size. And ordering the 5 by 7s was even a little bit more money. I think it was 70 some dollars now for that size for 100. And so UPS is like just a few streets away from me, where the big trucks come, and you know, the whatever center you want to call that, but it's not considered a UPS store. So anyway, I bundled them up and took them over there and lost some of my money, but I figured that what is the difference? If we made a special trip just to take these to the UPS store that's in another town from me, we would have spent that much in gas going back and forth. So anyway, if you order them, just know that the 5x7 size is what you need, not the 4x6. Okay, I thought about keeping these in case I ever wanted to sell my dies, which probably is not going to happen, so that I could take them back off the magnet sheets and put them back on here. But they've got this really sticky tape on them. I don't know if you can peel that off, but anyway, this is what I do. I just fold them up and put them in the garbage. Okay, so now they're on the magnet sheet. Oh, but what I do is, like I said, I put them in my guillotine trimmer, because if you put them in your Stampin' Up! Trimmer, I learned this the hard way, and you cut that little bit of edge off, it's going to dull your blade right away. Guaranteed, because I did it. So you need to either trim it off a little bit with a pair of scissors, or if you have a guillotine trimmer, trim it off that way. So I just trim about 1/8 of an inch off, which allows this to slide back in the case really nicely. I don't slide it between the paper, because that way I can see what these are called on this side and turn them over and see the dies. A lot of times, especially with not these type of dies that these are just tags, but dies that are coordinated with some of the stamp sets, they have some really awesome extra dies in there that are tags and things. And if you can't see them, you don't realize, oh hey, I had that really cool tag die that's in with the hippopotamus set. Let's talk about that one, because there's some really awesome dies tag dies in with that set. But if you don't see them, or just remember that they're there, you miss out, you forget about it. So having them where you can see them is another reason why I wanted to do this. And I didn't feel the need to buy any different or special plastic sleeves, because they slide right back into the original ones. And here I go, putting it back in. Don't ask me why I do this. It's totally unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. And the only time I don't do it is if I happen to rip it, and then I throw it away and I think, okay, now I don't have to worry about putting it back in the paper. It must be some form of OCD, okay? So again, here is the information on these magnet sheets. I did do some time shopping around on Amazon looking for the best deal. Hi Nancy, thanks for joining me. Looking for the best deal on the magnetic sheets, and these were the ones that I found that were the best deal. And I'm really happy with them, but like I said, you do need to trim off that 1/8 of an inch just so they slide back in your case really easily. And make sure you get the 5x7 ones so you don't have to send them back like I did and lose money on it, okay? Of course, a lot of you probably live in bigger cities where you have a UPS store available to you, but we don't have that here. So yeah, so as I go along and use my different dies, I am putting them on the magnet sheets, but one of these days I will come in and just go through all of them and do all the ones that I haven't done that with yet. And hopefully 100 magnet sheets will take care of what I have. I I think it will, but then again, you know, I've got lots of stamps and die sets. Okay. I will show you these. These have nothing to do with Stampin' Up, but this is another find that I got on, I'm just talking stamping today, so, and I came on random, so just hanging out in my stamp room, and we're stampers, so, you know, we got to share these things with each other. So this I got from Amazon, and they are called Firefly. There's 1,000 pieces in here. That's the information. And they're these little garment pins. And I made a card the other day and used one that I stuck on an extra little tag and hung it from one of these garment pins. But look, you get all of these colors. And if you go looking for these on Amazon, you will also find that these come in not just metal colors, they come in all colors of the rainbow. So these I got, they're silver, black, really pretty shiny gold. Now these would be pretty on Christmas thing. This kind of bronze color, and then what color do you call that? Like they're like a gray black. I know there's a word for that color, but I can't think of it. So like I said, there's 1,000 all together in here. More garment pins that I'm sure I will ever use, but the price, I'm sorry, I don't remember what I paid for these, but they were really super reasonable. Gunmetal. Thanks, Nancy. For sure that's what that color is. I knew there was a name for it. Not that one, this one. So I'll take one out so you can see the size. I don't know if they come in different sizes, but you know, that is the size, and they just pinch to open like that, like a normal safety pin does. So sometimes you will, they're called garment pins. Sometimes you will find tags have been attached to a clothing item, or maybe like a purse or something like that with these cute little pins. And I just thought they were so cute. I did post, it was my last Saturday morning make, so there's a video up on my channel here, and it shows the tag, the card that I made, and I attached the tag with one of these pins. So I need to do more of that. And I need to find maybe some other uses to, you can do jewelry things with these. That's another thing that I've been wanting these for, is to attach, for tassels. Then you can attach your tassel to, if you make a journal or a small mini book or something like that. I love making those kinds of things. $12.99, Anna says. Yes, really super reasonable. And yeah, there are some that come in little compartment boxes, especially some of the ones that are in all the different colors. I did notice that. So these just came like that. And the top of the, like this bag here, the top tears off, or you can cut it off, the zip, and they're just, you know, the zip top bags. So this is a fine way to store these for me. But like, yeah, you can order all those different colored ones, which are super cute. And I did see them come in those little compartment containers. So these are fairly new to my stamp room. What else do you guys want to talk about? I wonder who's calling me on my phone. It's usually somebody that I don't know. But it's ringing. So Anna has some, and she said she hasn't used hers, but is excited to use them. Yeah, I think, you know, for hanging tassels and things, they'd be super cute. I can't think of anything else. Oh, I can show you this. So, this gal that I'm friends with, well, and the gal that made these, I'm not related to, but the person that shared these, I'm sort of related to her. We call each other cousin. Anyway, it's a friend of hers who makes these. And I will say this, I did have to, the pin that these are on, it's stainless steel, right? I did have to, if you have this kind of glue, I had the metal point that goes on here that makes it, you know, the really super fine. Nancy, I do have something that I use the Whimsy stitch on, but I don't remember. So the Whimsy stitch die, it doesn't cut the shape out. It just puts those stitches on. Okay, let me not get sidetracked yet. So I'm pulling this out. It's really long. Okay. So I did have to take the metal tip off and cut some of this tip off for this to fit in there. And really, I might have cut off a little bit more because I have to shove it down in. Now, this is all, she's got this on here with this little plastic thing that keeps it all up here. I don't know where she got those at, but I just love these big baubles, and you could order it with your name on, which I thought was fun, so I did. And I love this little clip that she clipped. Now again, you could use a garment pin for that, but she has this little clip that's like an earring back, you know, like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, and maybe this is a jewelry finding because that is just like some of the pierced earring things. I've never seen a round one like this, but that is how the name thing attaches. And like I said, this big pin thing is stainless steel. And then it's just got some big baubles and ribbon. Isn't that cute? And of course, red is my favorite color, so that is what I went with. All right, the Whimsy stitch. Let me go. I have no idea which bucket of cards that I have that in, but I'll go grab one of my buckets and we'll take a look. Basket. I guess I should call it a basket. I need to do something. I need to do something with these cards, you all. Okay. It's probably not in this basket, but I will look real quick. This is that card I was telling you about. I used that cute frayed edge pink ribbon that is new. It is right here. It's the Blushing Bride, and it's got the frayed edges. It's so stinking adorable. So that is what I did, and then I attached my little greeting with the garment pin, okay? And this This right here is not Stampin' Up, but, and I don't think my pink candy dots weren't either. But the paper, the ribbon, everything else is Stampin' Up. Okay, so I'm just going to go through some of these real quick. These are mostly all cards that I have made on my live videos. Aw, I love this. Isn't that just so cute? I love this baby set. Oh, I tell you, I've made so many cards lately, I don't even remember what I've made. None of these have the whimsy. I'm thinking that it was one that I used the zebra set on, maybe. Oh, cute. Oh my goodness. Those are fun cards. Okay. Nancy says Hobby Lobby has 12 by 12 containers for $3.99. Awesome, but then it's like, where do I put those? My stamp room is full, you guys. Okay. I'm just going to go through these kind of quick because I'm thinking that, that it was one that had zebras on it. Hey, chick. This card's called a book fold. It's fun. That's a fun, easy. All right. Yep, I need to start sending these out. That's what, oh, God. Yeah. Oh, here we go. There you go, Nancy. There's the whimsy. And so what I did was I did it on my blue piece. I'm looking here. Okay, now I put this piece on top of the blue, and then I put my die on so that it would be exact, and ran it through the machine. And then I just took the gray piece off because that piece is my little wall piece, and I popped it up. So there you go. That is the whimsy. Yeah. Okay, so the 3 fold, this one. Isn't that cute? I'll have to do maybe some more of these cards. I don't know what they charge you now for a square card to mail it. I have no idea. But I can tell you, I can give you some dimensions on this. Oh yeah, so you did order that set. So yeah, let me hold it up here again. The little clouds, I put some Wink of Stella on. This is that oval punch that punches out both of these shapes. Okay, so let's measure this card. So the base is, oh, I need to get some of this stuff out of the way. That was just the, you guys, let me show you. And this is just one basket. I've got some boxes and other things. This is a little Dollar Tree basket. I don't even have enough room to show you how deep it is. Oh, well, there you go. So still, this is full still. All these other cards are piled on top of it. Okay, I know I'm not the only one in this predicament. I know I'm not. Okay. So now let me give you measurements. So the card base is 11. So the full, no, let's see, 8.5. Yeah, so the full length of a sheet of cardstock, 11. And then it is 5.5. So that's to make a 5.5 inch square. You could make your card smaller than that if you wanted. Like if you wanted to make a 4-inch square card. I don't think I really had any directions, that I just made up my own size. I wanted a 5.5 inch square card. So that's what I went with. So 5.5 inches wide by 11 for the card base. And then it is scored at 2 3/4, 5.5. So it's just scored basically in half and then in half, right? So in half, and then this one in half, folded back the other way. And then the small card, again, you can make your small card whatever size you want. This one is 4.5 inches square. So it is 9 inches by 4.5 and then scored in half. And what you want to remember when you're making this card is that when you put this one, when you put your small card on, your fold goes on the opposite side. It goes on the right where your other fold is on the left. And then all you do is however many layers you want, of course. These were all 1/4 inch smaller, so I have 2 layers on each of these. And then you put your small card in the center of basically the inside of your inside. Does that make sense? You just center up your small card in this piece, and then when you open this and put this, then it's centered. And where are the other, let me pull out the seashell ones I did. I'm not sure if those are pretty. Okay. So this stuff right here in the background is that kitchen stuff. You know, that white cheesecloth. It's cheesecloth. I just cut a piece of it and laid it on a piece of scrap paper and put my ink pad on it. That's what I remember doing. You want to be careful because, you know, that stuff comes apart really easy. So yeah, I just used cheesecloth in the background. And then can you see, I don't know if you can see how, there you can, how pearly that is. I made my own pearl spray with, oopsie, I've got it in one of these bottles. Okay, this one. So, I used some of the Frost White all-purpose ink. I don't have my catalog in here, but it's in the catalog. So I used some of this, just a few little drops, and then in here, I'm pretty sure I have alcohol. Let me sniff it. Yes. Ugh. Okay. So I've got rubbing alcohol in there, And I don't have a lot left. You can see how much is in there. So I probably did maybe half a bottle or so of rubbing alcohol and then a few drops of this. Yep, sniffing the alcohol. Whoo! Okay, so can you see those little, I put two, they're just little glass beads with holes in them that I took out of my stash of beads. Oopsie, I'm trying to get it so you can see. They're kind of a small little chunky bead. You can't really see them, but trust me, there's two. I put two little glass beads, and made sure I used glass ones because I didn't know how plastic might react with the alcohol and the paint basically. So yeah, you can fill it up with alcohol if you want, and then just put a few extra drops. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just kind of put some in, swish it around, and see how you like it. You know, if it looks like you don't want it to be too thick with paint because then it's not going to spray out. So that is what I did. And I sprayed these after I had them stamped, but before I put them on the card. Just lay them on a piece of scrap paper and shake it up so it's mixed up, and then spritz it. And you can make all of your own pearly paper. And I know there you can see the pearl. Isn't that fun? This one's really pearly. Yeah, so that's what I did with that. Oh, so I was going to measure this one. I think this one's also, yeah, that one's also a 5.5-inch square. And then my small card is a 4-inch square. This one was a little bit bigger. I had to make it bigger to accommodate. This one's a 4.5-inch square, but I had to make it a little bit bigger to accommodate the tea set. This was an older stamp. Excuse me. Talking too much. I made my own iced coffee drink with, yummy, with, well, it's not, I guess, the only reason it's coffee, I'm calling it a coffee drink is because it's a coffee mocha flavor, and it is that protein, Premier Protein drink stuff. And then I put some Irish mint, sugar-free Irish cream syrup in it. And I filled up my cup with crushed ice. That's all that's in there. Crushed ice, that Premier Protein, and the coffee mocha. And then a few squirts of that sugar-free Irish cream flavor. And it's quite tasty. Okay. So yeah, so I had to make that square bigger to accommodate the tea set. So that's what I'm saying. You can make these any size you want. And I have made these, and I'm sure I have some in my bucket here somewhere, that are, they're not square. They are our regular 4 1/4 by 5.5 with a square card. And usually when I do that size card, I turn it landscape. Let me see if I see any that I can just grab. Oh, this was a fun card too. I need to make another pocket card. Isn't that cute? That's with the pierced bloom dies. And that crisscross pocket card. I love this. That is so fun. Okay. I digress. All right, let me find. I'm sure, because that is a favorite card that I like to make, that there must be. Oh, here. See, I knew, Maria, that I did. Oh, this was a fun one too. I knew I did one with a zebra using the Whimsy. Can you see the stitching in there? So I used 2 different sizes of the die. But look, it opens like this, and then it opens like this. Isn't that fun? Okay, so there is that one. Oh, and I made it in purple too. So cute. All right. Okay, where is one? Oh, here's one. Okay, I didn't do it landscape, but you can see. Let me get these out of the way so I'm not holding it right up at the camera. So this is using that. Oh, no, this isn't. Oh, this one's different too. Well, okay, let's just pretend that this is one of those ones. The fold would be over here on my small card. Then it would open this way and open that way. But this is a different one that I did. I'm going to have to make another one of these. Okay, so it opens this way, and then it opens like that. I forgot about this one. How fun. Okay. So the only trick with this one is that you want to make sure that this square and this square line up. So you'll put this one on first. And that way, when you close this flap over, you want to make sure you have adhesive only on the part that's going to stick onto the small flap. And that way you can lay this on top of this one and then stick this side down over here. So I think this, this card base is 5 3/4 scored at 2 inches. And then my little square, my squares, the base of those are 3 1/4 inches square. And that is using that fun Hippo, I think it's called Hippo and Friends set. And then the inside card is 4 by 11 1/2. Wait, no, that's not right. 10 1/2. 4 by 10 1/2 because it's a 1/4 inch smaller. So 4 by 10 1/2 scored at 5 1/4. And then it's just glued into the inside of the back of the card. Really super simple, but a fun and different card. Yeah. All right. Well, this has been fun, you guys. I enjoy just randomly coming on and chit-chatting stamps, especially when people join in and chat with me. A lot of times, that's part of why I haven't been doing a bunch of YouTube videos live, because nobody was taking part in chat with me, and that is what's fun about going live. And when I'm live over on Facebook, people chat with me. I mean, I can make videos and just post them, but it's the chatting that makes it fun. So I really appreciate that you guys joined me today, and we had some time to chit-chat. And don't forget, tomorrow I will be live over on Facebook. I've got a fun card using... not these, using the, no, not that. Let me find it. Using these dies, the Floral Squares dies, and I'm going to be making a slimline card. 2 o'clock Pacific time, Janice Stamps on Facebook. If you don't already follow my page, hop on over there and like my page and set your notifications. I'm finding that notifications aren't working very handy because I will get notified long after somebody has gone live, and even up to like the next day. And the notification will pop up and I think, oh, so-and-so's live, let me go watch them. And it was like the day before. What the heck? Anyway, so just put it on your calendar, 2 o'clock Pacific time tomorrow live. And we will be making a slimline card, and I hope to see you then. It is Janice Stamps, and it's 2 words. So let me write it down. I'm looking for oh, here. So it's just like here on YouTube, except it's 2 words. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you over on my Facebook page tomorrow at 2. But if you can't join me then, I always do keep the video on my page, plus I do share it here to my YouTube channel, so you can still find it. It's just more fun to have you live with me so we can chat. All right, have a great rest of the day, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.